Good day everyone, I'm Jadmi Galope from BSIT 4K and our topic is XML and application integration. Extensible Markup Language or XML is a data transmission format that encapsulates both data and information. It was designed to store and transport data. XML are both machine and human readable. It encourages the creation of a self-contained message structure. On the internet, there is a common format for exchanging information. In the area of application integration, it's also an infrastructure for information sharing and administration. Extensible Markup Language, XML. XML is a reliable human-readable data interchange system. It facilitates the interchange of information content and application semantics. It provides a method for creating business data at the application level. It's crucial to keep in mind that apps don't have to know anything about each other. XML is also a mechanism for storing and transferring data that is device and program agnostic. XML, like HTML, is a markup language. Unlike HTML, which was created with the goal of displaying data with a focus on how it appears, XML was created with the goal of carrying data with a focus on what data is. In addition, unlike HTML tags, XML tags are not predefined. Middleware and XML. The term middleware refers to software that carries the load. It transports XML encapsulated or abstracted communications. It guarantees that every source or target program that requires the information understands the messages. The interfaces with the source or target application are managed by middleware. It transports data into and out of the application. To consume and create XML, it is essential to make modifications to source and destination apps. XML necessitates a significant amount of overhead. A binary message requires less bytes than an XML document.
Good morning, sir. My name is Camille J. Gabud ng BSIT 4K. Ngayon po i-discuss ko po yung XML elements. At mayroon din po tayong tinatawag, ayun po yung example ng elements. At may tinatawag din po tayong start tag, element tag, and content. And XML elements. First, elements. Basic building blocks of an XML document. 2. Defined by tags, starting tags, and ending tags. Root elements. Outermost element in the XML document. 4. Nested elements, elements within elements. This is ability to allow XML to support the hierarchical structure. 5. Element name describes the element, describe the content of the element. 6. Structure describe the relationship between the elements. 7. Attributes of element. Describe the characteristic of an element in the beginning tag of the an element. Yan po yung mga example ng mga elements na pwede nyong gawin. XML schema. In the same way as database schema provide the structural model of the data they represent, XML schema governs what can and cannot be done with the XML data. The vocabulary of elements is the use to construct an XML document. Vocabularies can be explicitly specified using XML schema, a schema definition language. It provides the structure, validation rules, data types restriction, and enter element connection to ensure the integrity of XML document contents. As an enterprise data transfer standard, XML schema is the critical since and subsequently improves the quality of XML data. Authors can use schema to create the logical domains to which any or of all the schema can be applied. And XML schema. Ayan po yung example ng XML schema. Ang element po nito yung name, email, link, mga link po na ilalagay niyo sa code. Tsaka XML document. XML document. Sa XML document prologue. An XML document contains a prologue and a body. The prologue contains of XML declaration, possibility followed by the document type of declaration. At mayroon din po tayong tinatawag na document element. Ito naman po document element and returns the elements that root elements of the document.
XML parsers. XML parsers read XML documents and extract the data so that another software can access it. The Document Object Model, or DOM, is a tree-based API where areas SAX, or a simple API for XML, is an event-based API. Yung XML parsers po, siya po yung nag-check ng proper format ng XML document. Siya din po yung nag-validate ng XML document. Yung mga modern browser po natin, meron po siyang built-in XML parsers. Ang pinaka-goal po ng XML parsers is para po maging readable yung XML, yung code po sa XML. XML namespaces. A namespace is a set of names that may be used an element or attribute names in an XML document. It's critical to associate names with a specific domain and minimize repetition. XML namespaces allow the same term to have many meanings. A uniform resource indicator, or URI, is used to identify namespaces, allowing each one to be distinct. 64, for example, there can be three elements known as account, e.g. frequent flyer account, bank account, customer account, at hotel. Each account name is associated with a particular domain, e.g. airline URL, https www.airline.org. The opacity of XML namespace to create shared application semantics amongst trading partners is critical in the context of application integration. Yung XML namespaces naman po, siya naman po yung nag-identify po nung magkakamukhang pangalan sa For example nga po yung sa account. Para po mas ma-identify, hindi po kasi ma-identify ng XML lang. Pagka magkamukhang name, gagamit po sila ng prefix after prefix pagkatapos po ng URI.
Good day, I am Mark Bibileva. I discuss to what is XSLT, or Extensible Style Sheet Language Transformation. It's a programming language that allows you to change the structure and content of XML document. It is a text processing system at its most basic level. Other standard markup language can be generated. XSLT is an XML document transformation standard that uses a style sheet as the processing engine. Extensible style sheet language transformation. One of more XML documents. XSLT code. XLLT processor. Output result document. XSLT mechanism. Transformation an XML document using XSLT requires two main steps. 1. Structural transformation data is the transfer from the input structure to the output structure. It involves selecting data, grouping it, sorting it, or aggregating it. Formatting the text to new characteristic information is placed in a particular types of text structure. Example include XML, HTML, PDF, or etc. XSLT mechanism. XML. Native XML client configure format. XSLT web service client to HTML. Web interface. Glide query, SQL query, MIDH, DS, SQL result. Run an event number, event tag DB, dataset name, event call dataset, dataset name, file dataset, DQ2, distributed data MGT. Metadata for physical dataset location. AMI. Basic metadata for dataset selection. Call condition DB. Run number, tax number, and product DB.
Hi, I am Robert San Mateo Bocobo Jr., BSIT 4K. I'm here to discuss the part of my topic, the XSLT processors. While staying consistent with the way processor handle XML through trees, XSLT processor apply an XSLT style sheet to an XML source documents and generate a resultant document. Three trees must be processed by XSLT. The input tree, the style sheet tree, and the output tree. The transformation to be performed is defined in the style sheet documents. That style sheet tree is used by XSLT processor to transform the input tree to the output tree. And here the example of XSLT processor using Java. Makikita po dyan yan. Sisimula po siya sa XSLT processor object method, and then bumababa po siya sa XLS processor, and then going to XSL style sheet object hanggang bumaba po siya sa XSLT transformation, and then bababa po yun dito sa create an XML document object, write to an output stream, or report as such events. And then nandito rin po yung Java XSL input, and XML input. And the next part is using XSLT for B2B application integration. Both rules and transformation per processes are standardized with XSLT. It is the chosen standard technique for changing content and application. Semantics when data travel from one application to the next and from one company to the next. text-based format can also be created with XSLT. Ito po yung example po ng using XSLT for B2B application integration. Nakita po dyan ang nilalaman yung XMLT and HTML, XSLT to PDF to custom application and SAP. Yun lang po, maraming salamat po.